Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading. Their feelings about you. Now, let me tell you something. This right here is not for the faint of heart. But before we jump into your reading, I want you to do me a favor and take a moment and just meditate here on the three cards and pick the one that calmly draws you the most. Card 1 with the teal blue crystal, card 2, the gold crystal, and card 3, the tangerine crystal. All right, so let's get straight into your reading. Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading. Let me tell you something. This one right here is not for the faint of heart. Their feelings for you right now are coming through so hot, heavy, and real. So be prepared. I'm about to break this down in a way that's going to have you like, oh, now it all makes sense. We're not sugarcoating a damn thing today, okay? So if you came here for fluff, baby, this ain't that. This is real insight, real energy, and we're going to dig deep into this person's mind and heart, okay? All right, pile 1, your energy drew you here to the teal blue crystal and your very first card, which is the 4 of Swords. Bold truth here. This is about the mind, the intellect, that inner pause button. This is them pulling back, retreating, and straight up hitting do not disturb on their energy. So it's like they're saying, let me fall back before I get too deep. But at the same time, they're obsessing. They are watching. They're thinking. So this isn't ghosting with peace. This is them pulling away to think and to like plan and mentally dissect this connection. So yeah, they are low-key calculating their next move, but they want it to look like they're just chilling. Now, I'm about to go ahead and pull your next card because trust me, it's going to explain exactly why they are in this, let me breathe phase. Okay, so stay with me until the end of this reading because I'm going to tell you their total vibe and their full energy right for you. All right, baby, let's do it. Let's go ahead and do it. All right, what is the energy as it does relate? Ooh, cards just jumping out. So let me shuffle this deck here. Karma. They worried about their karma, y'all. But this card says, there's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in a current life. Now, are they willing to work on themselves? All right. And you know what? I'm going to tell you their karma and the total energetic frequency because that's coming through as well. And that's at the end of this reading. But let's look at the karma card. Let me tell you. So, energy check, right? Yeah, they are worried about their karma. And they should be because they might act like they are unbothered. But deep down, they know exactly what seeds that they have planted in this connection. And now they are wondering if the harvest is about to come back around and smack them. So, you know what I'm saying? And again, this card says there's nothing from a past life that can't be addressed in this one, which basically means you can run, you can hide, but life's going to keep throwing you in the same energy until you deal with it. So here's the $1 million question. Are they willing to work on themselves or are they just going to keep avoiding their own reflection? Now, like I said, I'm going to tell you exactly what their karma is and the total energetic frequency that they're sitting in. But that's coming at the end, so don't move. We're about to look deeper at this karma card and see why it's showing up in the first place. All right, so let's keep going. Let's pull your next card. What is the energy as it does relate? You got the fourth house. The fourth house in astrology. I'm going to tell you what that's all about. Also, the number 4 is significant here. Could be in your birthday, birth month, or birth year. But this is crazy what's coming through about the fourth house. Listen. This is, let me tell you. The fourth house in astrology is home base. We're talking family roots, where you feel safe or where you should feel safe, right? It's that private space that nobody else sees, your emotional kitchen, your soul's living room. But here's where it gets wild. In their energy, this isn't just about family or a house. This is about foundations being shaken. The walls that they built around themselves cracking. That I'm fine mask slipping. And the number 4 here could be in their birthday, birth month, or even a year that matters between you two. But energetically, 4 is about structure. And guess what? When karma meets the 4th house, it's like the universe is coming in with a renovation notice. Right? And that renovation notice says, these walls got to come down before you rebuild. So they might be revisiting family issues, old wounds from childhood, or even the stuff they never dealt with when it came to building a safe, real relationship. And if they are not careful, the same patterns will repeat. Stay right here because I'm going to pull the next card and tell you exactly how this home energy ties into their feelings for you right now. And trust me, it's not what they want you to know. So let's go. All right. See what's coming through. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see. What is the energy as it does relate? You got missing you. The card says, I miss you. I wish things were different. So yeah, they said it. All right. Baby, now we're hitting that soft underbelly of their energy. This is where the mask slips and the ego shuts the hell up for a second, okay? They are sitting there replaying moments in their head, wondering what it would be like if they hadn't been such a walking self-sabotage machine. They are craving the comfort of your presence. But here's the twist. It's not just about missing you. It's about missing the version of themselves they were when they had you. So no, this ain't just, I wish you text me. This is, I wish I could rewrite the damn script, but I don't know how. And you can feel it, right? It's like that tug. But before you start thinking like this is some fairy tale epiphany, remember, missing you doesn't mean that they have changed. It means they're aware of the gap. And that gap feels cold as hell right now. All right. Stay put, because the next card, that's where I'm going to tell you exactly what's really fueling this I miss you vibe. Okay? And if they're actually going to do something about it or just sit there wishing. So let's do it. Let's see what's coming through. All right. What is the energy as it does relate? What do we have coming through? All right. You got the Alpha Centurions foresight, planning, and strategy. Somebody is strategizing big time. But one thing they do know about you is that they better come correct or don't come at all. Don't even bother showing up if they're not here to do the right thing. But see, the thing that they know about you too is that you do have that foresight and you plan as well. So it's like plan meet plan, but whose plan is more effective? I'll tell you. Okay. We're talking big chess moves. Listen, somebody is like full on mission mode with you in mind. So they're not just winging it, they're sitting there piecing together the exact way to make their move. But here's the kicker, they already know one damn thing for sure. They know one thing for damn sure. If they don't come correct, don't even bother. Because you're not the same person they could run game on before. And here's where it gets spicy. They also know that you've got your own foresight, your plan. You anticipate. You can read the energy before they even step into the room. So in their mind, it's like, yeah, I'm strategizing, but damn, so are they. Who's gonna outplay who? This ain't checkers, baby. This is high stakes chess. And in the end, only one strategy is gonna win. Stick around because I'm about to break down exactly what their game plan is and where the holes in it are, because they got holes in their game plan. And you need to hear this before, you decide whether you let them even get close to you. So let's do it. Okay, so let's go here. I'm gonna pull another card. Now listen, you have 2 cards to go before I give you the full lowdown on their karma and how this chess move plays out. Like, who has the best strategic plan in this connection? So let's do it. The Page of Cups. All right. So with the Page of Cups coming through, let me point out this. This is water. It's emotion. So it does rule over the water zodiacs. You got Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces coming through here, right? This is that soft entry energy. The kind where, they try to like slide back in all gentle, sweet, maybe even low-key awkward, acting like they just happen to be thinking about you, right? Cute on the surface, but make no mistake, it's calculated. Because they're gonna test the waters. A text, a casual check-in, maybe even a little weird, right? Maybe even a weird little compliment that feels random. Why? Because the Page of Cups is non-threatening. It's a way to get in without triggering your defenses. This is water energy. This is emotional energy. Now, when the Page of Cups is resonating at a high vibration, this is someone that has real empathy, which is you. So they know that you have true empathy. But here's what they don't realize. You already clocked their strategy 3 steps ago. And you are not falling for the wide-eyed, I'm innocent act. You know that beneath that softness is the bigger play that we've been talking about. You know it is. And remember, you've got 1 more card to go. It's where like the truth starts leaking out, okay? And you're gonna see their hand. Whether they want you to or not, you are going to see their hand. Okay? So let's do it. This is your final message before the total energetic frequency, along with what their karma is for mistaking you for play. They thought you were for play, but baby, they were mistaken. We're going to find out what that karma is, and what that move is they're trying to do, and the sob story that they are trying to, create. Look at that. You got the mask. Not showing true feelings. Hide, personify, pretend, delude, and gaslighting. This is what we just said with this little nice, sweet Page of Cups energy. We just said this, didn't we, y'all? Okay. Now this is not a coincidence. The mask of all cards to come through. Okay. Oh, look at this. The mask, not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, gaslight. Sound familiar? Yeah, that's exactly what we just called out with that sweet little Page of Cups innocent act. This is not a coincidence. Spirit just confirmed it. They have been wearing this mask for a long time and really trying to control the narrative and shape how you see them and spin some sob story to pull at your heartstrings. But here's the kicker. You're not buying the tickets to that movie anymore because they thought you were for play. They thought they could play you like you didn't know the rules. But oh, honey, maybe they were the ones mistaken. And now we're about to break down exactly what their karma looks like with this strategic move of theirs. Really, we're going to find out what it is and how the whole energetic frequency in this connection is shifting in your favor. So stay right here because you are about to see the full unmasking with the karma. This is a weak chess move they got. Y'all, I'm telling you, what's coming through is crazy. So let me break it down for you. So you are empowered here with this person. All right. Now, you are about to see the full unmasking, and trust me, their karma is looking like a weak chess move. And I'm about to tell you why. Let me break it down so you're fully empowered here, okay? This person, they're not playing 4D chess. They are barely playing checkers. They have been operating off the same tired script. Hide the truth, sell the sob story, and hope you're still the same person they once manipulated. But here's the gag. You're not that person anymore. You're out here calling the moves before they even make them. And that right there, that's what's throwing them. That's what got them thrown, right? Now listen, their karma, the karma that they're carrying is heavy because it's rooted in patterns that they never addressed. Patterns that you already broken free from. They have been trying to outwit you with strategy, but the only strategy they mastered is self-sabotage. Pause. The only strategy they mastered is self-sabotage. And here's the truth. When you see through their mask, their power collapses. Okay? So this is why their chess move is weak. Because they're playing like they still have the element of surprise, but you've been reading the playbook for years. You hold the advantage now. And that's not changing. It's not. Mm-mm. So here's the reality. Their grand plan is just a tired rerun, and you have already seen the ending. Their karma, it's circling back faster than they can dodge it. And it's coming in the exact areas they once thought that they had control over. The advantage is yours. And the minute that you stop entertaining their mask, the whole house of cards fall. Now, if you want the exact play-by-play of how this unfolds, not just their current feelings, but the moves they're about to make, what their next mask look like, and how to flip the chessboard in your favor, book your private reading with me, whether it's text reading. Those are, as far as like an email reading, those are same day, okay? Or you can book the voice or the card video reading. And I'll give you the raw and filtered truth about them. Also, if you wanna go over your finances or even your birth chart, links in the description. Grab your spot, because when Spirit tells me to spill, I don't hold back, okay? I don't hold back. So, pile one, right? That's the thing here. Their little act, it's crumbling. And the karma here, the mask is slipping, and the power is all in your hands. You are no longer the soft target that they thought you were. You're the one calling the shots. Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading. Their feelings for you right now. Go ahead and grab your tea, your snack, whatever you need, because this one is going to light you up. Pile 2, your energy drew you here to the gold crystal paired with the 5 of swords. And listen, this is not light energy. The 5 of swords is straight up ego games, mind chess, and somebody wanting to win at all costs. So you are dealing with a person who would rather be right than be happy. And that's the dangerous, right? And that's dangerous when emotions are involved. So now I'm going to need you to make sure that you stay until the end of this reading, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to break down exactly what kind of mental game that they are playing right now, because they are. And you're going to find out what's fueling their actions behind the scenes. And we're going to expose their total energetic frequency from this pile, which means that you will know if they're coming in for love, control, or pure drama. All right, so let's go ahead and move into your next card, because the 5 of swords tells me there's conflict brewing, but I want to see what's really driving it. And trust me, you're going to want to know where this ends. So let's go. All right. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? You have true offering. Now the card says true offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it with love. Oh, this is heavy, because I feel like a very heavy energy when it comes to this person. And you have been so graceful. You have been so graceful in the way you've handled situations. So Spirit is recognizing that with you. But I'm going to go ahead and pull a second card, and then we'll move over back to true offering. You also have the Chiron. Now, Chiron is an asteroid in an astrological birth chart, and it represents healing. And that's spelled Chiron. So first, I am going to give you the energy of true offering, and then move over here to Chiron. All right. Okay, listen. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Now, let me tell you something. This is heavy. I can feel it, y'all. This is a weight when it comes to this person. But here's the thing. Like I said, you have been graceful. Like graceful to the point where they can't even process how you've handled this. You didn't go scorched earth on them, okay? You didn't do that. You transmuted it. And whether they admit it or not, they recognize that. They recognize it. You didn't go ballistic. Now, you had some dark thoughts, but you were able to control and maintain. But I'm not stopping here. You also have the Chiron. Now, if you're new to astrology, let me school you real quick. Chiron is an asteroid and it represents healing. But here's the twist. It's not about the easy healing. It's about those deep old wounds that cut to the bone and change the way you move through life. So just depending on where Chiron also is in your birth chart, like what house placement it's in, you know, each house placement represents a theme in your life. So that depends on where your deepest healing will take place. Yeah, this is deep, okay? So there was a wound. This person poked at a wound that you had. Now, whether they're here to heal it or keep reopening it, that's ultimately your call, depending on how you connect or communicate with this person. Let's go ahead and pull your next card. You have wild side. So this card says, there's a side to you I haven't seen, and I want to see you let loose and get wild. Let's have some fun. And that's interesting coming out. But let me tell you what I'm picking up. You're meant to have fun and let your hair down. You've been holding back too long. You've been dimming your light too long. You know, you've been focused on the haters, the naysayers, and the doubters. This person knows that this is a side of you as well. But whether they're worthy of that is totally up to you to decide. But I'm going to tell you exactly what I am picking up with the wild side card. All right, so now you haven't seen this one yet, but I'm telling you, Spirit just dropped it in like, let's shake this reading up. Okay, listen, you are meant to have fun, period. You've been in serious mode way too long, playing it safe, dimming your own damn light because of who? Who? The haters, the gossip, the people who couldn't handle your shine. Nah, This card is your permission slip to let loose and get wild. Laugh too loud, wear the outfit that makes you feel dangerous, step in the kitchen at 2 a.m., okay? And stop waiting for life to calm down before you start enjoying it. Because newsflash, they see this side of you. They know you have it. But here's the kicker. This person, they're aware of your wild side, but whether they're actually worthy of it, that's the question. That's where I'm going to break it down for you, because when I tell you what I'm picking up from this card, it's not just about having fun. It's about being unapologetically you and watching, right? Who can keep up without trying to dim you down? Okay? So let's go ahead and pull your next card and make sure you stay until the end, because there's some other insight coming through about this wild side card that's very interesting, and I feel like you're going to want to know what it is. So let's pull your next card. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? You got the earth element, survival, adaptable, and reliable. This person knows this about you. The earth element energy does represent the earth zodiacs. You're loyal. So I'm going to tell you what's coming through here. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. This says a lot about you. See, because this person, they know that you're built for the long haul. You don't crumble under pressure. You adapt. You survive. You keep showing up when other people would have tapped out a long time ago. And that's the thing. The earth element isn't just about being grounded. It's about being loyal to the core. And trust me, they clock that. They know you're the type that when you commit, you don't half-ass it. No, you're reliable, you're steady, and you're not out here moving in chaos. Now, that sounds good, right? But here's where it gets interesting. So when someone knows you're adaptable and loyal, they can either step up and match that, or they can try to use it to their advantage. And I'm picking up a very fine line here between admiration and exploitation with this person. This person can be extremely manipulative when they know that you are loyal to a fault. Make sure you stay until the end, because I'm going to tell you exactly how this wild side and earth element energy are playing together. And there's something in it that could be a major clue about their real intentions. And you have 2 more cards to go. So let's do it. Okay. Here we go. What is the energy coming through? You have the Knight of Cups. This is water energy. And the Knight comes in riding that horse, y'all. This is emotional. When you see cup energy, it's emotional and it's water. So it does represent the water zodiacs. All right, Knight of Cups energy coming through. Water energy, emotional energy. This is the charmer, the smooth talker, the one that knows how to ride in like they've got the romance novel soundtrack playing in the background. But let's be real. With the Knight of Cups, it's not just about love and sweetness. This card can also bring that hot and cold vibe. Okay, the type that says all the right things, but you're watching to see if they can actually back it up. We already seen that you're grounded as hell with the earth element. We seen that. And that you got that wild side tucked away. And they know that. This Knight of Cups, that's them trying to emotionally appeal to you. And maybe test like if you'll let your guard down just enough for them to slide back in. Stay with me, because we got 1 more card before I break down the total energetic frequency and their karma for underestimating you. And trust me, what's coming next ties this whole strategy game together in a way that you're not gonna want to miss. All right, so let's do it. Okay, what is the energy as it does relate? You got self-indulgence Focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. This is you all day long. This person refuses to look at the shadow side of their energy. They refuse, but they know this is you. So when you start to pull back and take your power back, they can feel it. They know it. They go deep into their feelings. So, yeah, like I said, this is you all day. You have been putting in that work, loving on yourself and pulling your energy back in the smartest way possible. And guess what? They feel it. Oh, they feel it. See, here's the thing. They refuse to face their own shadow. They don't want to look in the mirror and deal with the parts of themselves that keep wrecking their connections. So instead, they sit there watching you level up. And it gets under their skin. It gets under their skin. So that's why the second that you reclaim your power, they sink deeper into their feelings. And I'm telling you, that's not the end of it. That's not the end of it. Because when we get into this total energetic frequency, I'm breaking down exactly how their avoidance, right, of the shadow work plays into their karma and this entire game that they've been trying to run. You're about to see exactly who's holding the winning hand here. And spoiler, it's not them. So let's get into it. This entire spread screams mental chess. Mental chess. The Five of Swords already told us that they came in to win at all costs, even if it meant bending the truth, twisting situations, or making you the bad guy in someone else's eyes. Okay? They want to make you the bad guy in somebody else's eyes. So the rest of the cards confirm it. They have been in a tug of war between wanting your energy and wanting to control the narrative. But here's the kicker. You're not even playing the same game anymore. While they're over there burning brain cells, trying to figure out how to get the upper hand, you already shifted the board completely. You moved into self-focus mode, self-indulgence with the self-indulgence card here, and grounded in your earth element. Stability. That's stability, baby. And carrying your own emotional depth with the Knight of Cups without letting them dictate your moves. So energetically, they're rattled. You're solid. They're operating from ego, survival mode. You're operating from self-actualized peace. And that mismatch, that's exactly why their strategy can't touch you anymore. Their karma, here's where it gets juicy, right? Their karma is directly tied to the mask that they have been wearing. They built connections, trust, and reputations around a persona that isn't the full truth because they played manipulator, gaslighter, and illusionist so long that it's become their default setting. The problem, karma loves receipts, and the universe is about to hand theirs out. Okay, see, the mask is slipping publicly. And the more they refuse to face their own shadow work, which is Chiron here, the more situations will arise and force them to see themselves reflected through other people's reactions, rejections, and boundaries. Now, I'm talking about people walking away mid-conversation. colleagues no longer trusting them, and even relationships that they thought were solid quietly ending because word gets out. Okay? Word gets around. Their attempts to win will end without them losing the very validation they thrive on. Now, your power move, baby, your greatest flex here is doing absolutely nothing. Not chasing, not correcting the narrative, not engaging in the pettiness, because you're in full, true offering energy. Taking the cross they handed you and turning it into love for yourself. That's why the universe is working overtime to keep you aligned and protected while their own choices loop back around on them. So when you see their energy trying to peek back into your world, understand it's not because they changed. It's because their game stopped working everywhere else. Let me say that again for the Clarity family in the back. It is not because their game stopped working. It is not because their game changed. It's because their game stopped working everywhere else. All right? It stopped working. And guess what? That's on them. That's not on you. So here's the bottom line. You've got the upper hand without even trying. The Five of Swords set the tone. They watched you win, but your silent self-focus and refusal to play has flipped the entire game on them. You stepped into earth element stability, the Knight of Cups, emotional depth, and self-indulgence power, and they can feel every inch of that distance. So their karma, the mask comes off whether they like it or not. They're about to be exposed in ways that make it impossible to keep playing and pretend. Every gaslight, every half-truth, every little manipulation is looping back with receipts. And they won't be able to hide behind charm or excuses. Your move, keep living unbothered. The universe has already handed you the checkmate. They just haven't realized the game's over yet. This does conclude your reading. If you would like a personal reading, the link is in the description. And as always, I'm sending you lots of love and good energy. Hey, Clarity family, welcome to your reading. There are feelings for you right now. We are on pile 3 with the tangerine glass crystal and the Knight of Wands. And let me tell you right now, this energy, it's giving impulsive, it's giving can't sit still, and it's giving I want you and I want you now. But with zero clue on how to slow down and think this through. So yeah, the Knight of Wands doesn't plan, they charge. And when it comes to you, they are coming in hot, whether you invited them or not. This is the type that can text you a paragraph at 2 a.m. and then disappear until they feel like showing up again. But here's the thing. You got more power than they realize. And that's exactly what's messing with their head. Right? Make sure you stay until the end of this pile, because I'm not only going to break down what's fueling this Knight of Wands obsession, but I'm also going to give you the total energetic frequency, right? And trust me, the pattern here is going to make you look at this person completely different. So let's go. All right. Pull your next card. You got inner power, and the card says, give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. Inner power. I'm going to pull another card here. You have conjunction, which is an aspect in an astrological birth chart, and it represents empowerment. And I'll explain to you exactly what a conjunction is as it relates to like planets and houses. I'll explain that to you. But first, we're going to start here with inner power. And then we'll move over to conjunction. And this is deep. Okay, so you just pulled inner power. And again, this card literally says, give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. So this is spirit handing you the reins. You're not just sitting back letting this Knight of Wands energy rush in all chaotic and messy. You're standing there like, cool story. Now, are you coming correct or am I shutting the door? See, this person feels your backbone. They feel that you're in a position where you don't need them. You choose who gets access to you. And that's intimidating as hell for someone who thrives on fast moves and quick wins. Then we got conjunction. Now, in astrology, a conjunction happens when two planets sit so close together in a chart that their energies merge into like one powerful force. It's intensification, amplification. Okay, the good gets better and the bad gets louder. And in this connection, that means that when you two interact, there's no neutral. There is no neutral. It's fireworks or it's fire alarms. So in right now, that inner power plus conjunction combo, it says that you're in the driver's seat. But they still think that they can match your energy. They want that fusion with you. But the question is, can they handle the level up it requires? Can they handle that? Make sure you stay until the end, because when we get to your total energetic frequency for this pile, I'm going to tell you whether this merged energy is a blessing for you or a ticking time bomb for them. Let's do it. All right. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? You got emotional intimacy. And the card says, I'm afraid to truly open up to you. Being raw and authentic with my emotions is something I'm still working on. We're going to side out of that, right, y'all? Listen, you already knew this, though. Let me break this down, because this is confirmation that while they might come in with that fiery Knight of Wands energy, that Knight of Wands charm, the emotional house power isn't matching the physical drive. They want the connection, they want the thrill, but when it comes to sitting down and looking you in the eye and saying the real shit that they feel, they lock up. So here's the thing. Paired with your inner power and conjunction card, this tells me that they're not just dealing with you, they're dealing with their own emotional shadow work, okay? That they have been dodging for years. They've been dodging that shadow work for years. And being around you magnifies that avoidance, because you're not someone they can play surface level games with. No. Stay locked in until the end, because when we get to the total energetic frequency, I'm going to tell you if this fear of vulnerability is something they'll push through, or if it's the anchor that keeps them from ever matching your level. All right, so let's do it. Okay. Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? I'm gonna go with this card because it obviously has the power and the energy for just jumping out of the deck. And this card is the Vesica Piscis, and that is spelled Vesica Piscis. It's divine feminine, birthing, and fertility. So, trust me, this isn't a cute little spiritual symbol moment. This is major divine feminine energy busting through your spread. The Vesica Pisces is the overlap of two circles, a sacred geometry that represents the womb of creation, the union of opposites, and the fertile void where something new is born. In your spread, paired with emotional intimacy and inner power, this is not a coincidence. Here's the raw tea. This person feels your creative and magnetic pull at a soul level, even if they can't articulate it. So that's why they keep orbiting you, even if they can't fully match your vulnerability yet. So it also says that you are in a season of birthing, not necessarily a child, unless you're manifesting that, but new ideas, relationships, and opportunities. You're in an energetic window where what you focus on will take root fast. So the danger for them, your divine feminine force doesn't chase, it receives. And that means that if they don't rise to meet you emotionally, that they will get left outside of your creation space. Stay until the end of this pile, because when I give you the total energetic frequency, I'm going to tell you if their energy can actually merge with yours, or if you're about to birth something or someone entirely new without them. All right, so let's do it. So let's go ahead and pull your next card so we can see if Spirit is about to show us their next move or your next chapter without them. You got addiction, codependent, obsession, possession, controlling. Has a block, restraint. All right. So, addiction just slid out, and Spirit is not playing with this one. This card screams codependency, obsession, and control patterns. Exactly the kind of energy that blocks emotional intimacy. So this isn't just, they think about you a lot. This is grip energy, where someone's attachment style is running the show, not their higher self. With the Vesica Pisces that we just pulled, the contrast is wild, because your side is divine feminine, fertile, and expansive. Their side is grasping, possessive, and afraid to lose control. The restraint part of this card tells me that they're holding back, and not because they healed, but because they know that their patterns could get exposed if they come too close too fast. Here's the kicker. Addiction energy mixed with your empowerment and inner power plus conjunction, it means that they feel magnetically pulled towards you. But it also, also terrified that you'll see through their patterns, which you already do. You already do. You have one more card to go, so stay with me until the end of this pile, because when we hit the total energetic frequency, I'm going to tell you if this is just a temporary karmic loop that they can break, or if it's a long-term block. That means that you're birthing your next chapter without them. All right, so let's see. Let's do it. So what is the energy as it does relate? What is coming through? Okay. You have the Two of Coins. This is earth and physical energy. Does rule over the earth zodiacs. Two of Coins, like I said, this is earth energy, which means we're talking real life, tangible decisions and physical world balance. Here's what's coming through. This person is juggling not just responsibilities, but two versions of themselves. The one they want you to see and the one they're afraid will make you walk away. With addiction and codependency energy already in the spread, the Two of Coins shows that they're in constant internal conflict. So they want to hold on to you, but they also can't fully put down their other distractions, unhealthy patterns, or emotional baggage. So there's Earth zodiac influence. It's Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. It tells me that this isn't just emotional and it's tied to practical realities like money, stability, and lifestyle. So they're weighing whether they can actually match your standard of reliability. So why does this matter for your total energetic frequency? Because the Two of Coins is like the deciding factor in this pile. It's the pivot point where they either get their act together or keep wobbling until you walk away and fully step into your next chapter. And the way these other cards hit, addiction, emotional intimacy, blocks, right? Your inner power. These cards say that you already know which way you'll move if they don't. It already says it. So, pile 3, Clarity Family, here's your full lowdown on what's really going on in this pile based only on the energy that I'm picking up here. The core vibe. This is straight up power reclaim mode for you. Power reclaim mode. You've got the inner power plus the conjunction right out the gate. So this says that you're in a rare position where your energy and influence are aligning perfectly. You're magnetic and you're not afraid to be unapologetically you. They feel that shift and it's making them nervous. Their emotional block, emotional intimacy plus Vasiska Pisces, it shows that they know you are the real deal. Divine feminine, birthing new life, fertile with ideas, love, and connection. But the gag is they can't meet you there without pulling down every mask they've worn. And that's scaring the hell out of them. Now, the pattern you can't ignore is when we hit addiction. This is the anchor weight in their energy. Now, it could be actual substances, could be patterns like control, codependency, or emotional avoidance. But whatever it is, it's blocking their full growth and keeping them cycling in place. Now, this is the deciding moment here because the Two of Coins wraps this pile like a giant neon sign. They are juggling. They want to keep you while also holding on to what's comfortable and toxic for them. You're not a side option. The balance act is going to break, and it's either going to tip into commitment or collapse into nothing. Okay? Now, the total energetic frequency. This pile is about you holding the line. Your power is already making them question their patterns. but you can't and won't fix their work for them. The minute you feel that wobble turn into a drain, baby, you'll drop the connection without hesitation. And that's exactly what's making them both fear losing you and crave you harder. So, all right, Clarity fam, here's where I leave you with the final punch for this pile. And I'm not sugarcoating a damn thing, okay? Because this connection is either going to level up fast or it's going to crumble under their own weight. And the gag is you don't lose either way, because you are the prize. You are the stability. You are the storm and the calm. And they're finally realizing that they can't run the same tired games and still expect you to stick around. So now it's decision time for them and you. If they can't come to the table fully present, fully healed, and fully real, then they can keep that Knight of Wands hot and cold energy for someone else. Don't forget, if you want the unfiltered, no BS breakdown on this person, your money, your love life, or even a full astrological birth chart reading, the link is in the description. Book it. Let's get you some real clarity and a game plan you can actually use. Because trust me, this is just the preview. The real tea, that's waiting for you in your private reading. And as always, I am sending you lots of love and good energy.